Hi, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Okay, so today I am going to do the tutorial on how to transfer from the how to convert the flowchart to the C++ coding. Okay, so this is the example that I can give as simple as I can give, whereby we are going to calculate the area of the circle. Okay, so after we already have the problem, so we are going to find the input, process, and output using the analysis of IPO. Alright. So in this case, after we already knows that the inputs for calculate the circle might be we can actually look into how the programmer solve their problem. Okay, sometimes you can see that if you can see here, it might be pi and r because there are two variable that might be needs by the program. Okay, however, for my case, I'm just using radius as the input and output that will be appear as the question needs, which is area of the circle. And we will use the formula of how to calculate the areas of the circle using the pi r square. Okay, so let's say this is the flow chart. Okay, because after we already analyze the IPO, we will design or develop the algorithm for the problem. Okay, so this is the flow chart that already drawn and developed by me before this video recorded. Okay, so that we know this is the terminal, then this is the radius, gather the radius for the input, and this is the rectangle shape for the process, and this is the parallelogram for the output of the area. Okay, this is absolutely is the very simple program, which is a sequential structure of the programming lah. Okay, so let's say you are going to convert this flowchart to the coding. Okay, so that what I'm already highlight to my student is you are going to start your program using the framework. Okay, so that the framework must be started by the preprocessor directive and the uh, opening of the function and closing. Okay, so this in means is the header function for the main function. This is the brain or the control, the main control of the program. So that you started with this one, and you inshallah will get at least one marks for the correct framework. Okay, so in main, with the open curly bracket represents start shapes, and or closed curly bracket is represent end of the program. So inside this bracket is the statements or the core or the main of the program. Okay, means that this terminal oval for start and end is represent by the curly brackets or brackets of open and close here. Okay, so let's go to write the C++ code through this flowchart. Okay, so I end this slide. Okay, so what you can see here, okay, after we already have the framework, so we will start it by typing the input, because this parallelogram represent the input, because the statement or the keywords here is a gather. So we will get the input. So the input will become with the cin class and objects, and come together with the insertion operator. For cin, we using like this. Okay, cin. Let's say here is a radius, so we use r as the word as the variable name. Okay. However, by if you want to if you want to get the input, you have to prompt your message or instruction for user understand what you need. Okay, so we have to appear out the message we have to prompt. So we're using the string literal. Okay, I'm prefer to use like this. Okay, open and close. Then I write down what is the instruction that users needs to put in. So please insert the radius of circle. Okay, so user may understand what the programs need as the input. Okay, then put in here like that. Then the R after the user input radius will be read into the processor. Okay, so this is for the radius input. Okay, and after that, this the second shapes the third shape is the process. So process, we know this is the absolutely exactly like uh we just copy the formula. Okay, you can put actually pi. Okay, in the C++, we're using multiply symbol as using asterisk star. Okay, uh, R times R. Okay, these R must be similar and exactly same with the R in top in the input instruction. Okay, so R. Okay, but in my case, I don't want to use the pi as a variable, but I change it to the 3.14412. Okay, as the radius. Okay, so that I'm using the constant variable. Okay, no, constant value. I can put it in the as a constant variable. Let's say I'm put it like pi, or maybe it will be actually have to follow the, you have to convert exactly flowchart needs. Okay, so the flowchart state 3.42, so we have to follow it. If you are using another way, you can put pi, then do a constant declaration in top of here, and you must also have the initialization shape for the pi. Okay, so this one is process. Then the this one the fourth shape is the output, so we just state as a cout to display. So cout is the class and object with the insertion operator, this one, so that you have to use cout with that insertion. Okay, but in this case, after we write down the result of circle is what, then you have to put the insertion operator to call the result of the area through the variable of area. Okay, so that's it. So this is what we convert from the flowchart to the C++ program, and you must actually, you can see here is the R and area as the variable, so that as I mentioned in the class, you have to do the declaration or to define the variable to identify, to make the computers understand what is the mean by the variable. So the variable must have the variable name and the variable data type. So in this case, our variable will be get area in the floating point number, so that the area you have to put the double type data of area, and you can simplify say that radius are also in the type of floating point, because sometimes the object are bigger, so that we can get it in the point number. Okay, okay, so that okay, so every statement in this in this main function will be end by the semicolon if you are real life. Okay, so what I want to say is every statement in the program must be end by the semicolon. That was a slogan that using by this plus plus. Okay, class. So I hope that you understand and see you.